Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fleischer Forum. We're looking at discussing the events of 4/29/24. That is April the 29th, 2024. What is that? Like 6 months ago? I can't math. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting started right now, and we got 2 hours. 2 hours of Fleischer ahead, truncated for your pleasure and entertainment and educational purpose. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you at the end of the show.
Okay. Arya, tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
Hey.
So I'm here on Arya Akar, AKHGAR. So it was rolled from last week, pardon me, because y'all were in trial. I think you wanted us to approach because he had picked up a new felony. It's in court. I spoke to Pavel. He is offering a defensive driving and dismiss. If you just give him 1 day.
No. Where is he?
He's here.
He's got to come here.
No, he's
Bring
here.
him up. Mr. Agar, come up.
I think he's outside because I told him to sign up for the defensive driving. Are you going to revoke his bond?
Do you mind grabbing him, please?
Well, I was going to get him.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
He picked up a felony, Arya.
No, I understand. But I just wanted to be prepared for what you were going to.
Please.
Do. Okay.
What is the one thing I asked you not to do? Right. What did you do? You picked up a felony. Right. He goes with you.
Like I said, if you don't mind, it's gonna be dismissed, and I understand that he picked up a felony case, but you're essentially revoking his bond on a case that if you give him like 5 hours, he can complete the course and get it dismissed.
He's got, well,
Here's the question. If you're not gonna, because I completely understand where you're coming from, but like I said, if there wasn't a dismissal on the table, like I totally agree. So if you can just roll him 1 day.
I'm not going to, no.
Okay,
I'm not going to reward him because it's not fair to every single other person that I do this with.
What
you
are you
know?
setting the bond at? Because I have a bonding company here, so.
Okay. He goes with you.
Let's go. So what are you setting? his bond at?
5,001. 5,001.
5,001?
Correct.
Not 1,001? His original bond was.
No, that's if someone misses court, and then what I normally do is bring him up, but he picked up a felony. What I normally do is 5,001. If you want, I'll do 3,501.
You're just punishing his parents, like that are gonna have to close his bond.
No, I'm punishing him because I'm not gonna let him do a walkthrough. He's gonna actually go to jail.
You're not letting him do a walk?
No, it's not fair to everybody else that we do to, you know, and I know it's you, Paria, that you always get special treatment, but I'm not gonna reward him. But it is.
Did I say anything about you, Judge? I just said the case is being dismissed, so in the interest of justice, it doesn't.
It's gonna get dismissed because he's got a great lawyer, so here, let's just let him have. No, it's not.
Come on, Judge.
Thanks. All right. Mr. Fernandez,
Just what was that, 3,501?
3,501. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Tell me.
Emanuel, Anaya, it's for an arraignment, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm ready when you are, please.
Anaya?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's all right. Anaya. Kevin, Anaya. Oh, it's,
Somebody volunteer?
Yeah, you're.
This is
Oh,
compliance.
Yes,
are you Emanuel Anaya?
Sir.
Mr. Anaya, you're charged with racing on a highway.
Sir.
You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Excuse me. Please don't say anything. All right.
Your Honor, officer observed while on patrol in Harris County, Texas, defendant and an SUV traveling 99 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour.
99 and a 35?
Attempting to outface each other. Officer turned around and conducted a traffic stop on the defendant. Defendant stated he was chasing the SUV because they were involved in an auto accident. Officer did not observe any damage to the defendant's vehicle consistent with an accident.
Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Anaya? You don't have a license? Look at me. You will now sign an affidavit promising that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't care if anyone has to go to the hospital, you need clothes, a sick kid needs to go to the hospital. If you drive, you'll be facing 6 months in jail every single time. I've already put one person in jail today. Don't let this be you. Do not pick up any new cases while you're on bond in this court. And above all else, do not drive. You have a lawyer. He will take care of you. If he comes back to me, tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will revoke your bond. You will not get any more PR bonds from this court. Do you understand, Mr. Anaya?
Yes, sir.
I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I'll get you to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, you guys are free to go. Don't act a fool in the free world, or I will take the free world away from you. You will get no more chances, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yeah.
Page 4, Zapata 1,
99 and a 35.
Page 5, DeForest Paris. Come on up, please. You tell me if I want to, you will not be driving for this term.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I got you. It's, 1207. Yeah.
Ms. DeForest, you are charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Your case is 188 days old. You've made 2 different bonds. It's now time to figure out what we're going to do with your case today. Do you have a Texas driver license, ma'am? You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit if you leave here today, promising us that you're not to drive.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, you will be facing a contempt of court hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car. I don't care if Queen Victoria needs a ride to church. You understand? Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir, but I have a lawyer that I'm talking to, and he's gonna work with me.
I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today. It's time to figure out today what we do with your case, ma'am. Your case is so old, it had sprung legs and about to walk off. I don't know about signing a reset yet. Let's appoint her, an attorney from the MAC. I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive, and then take a seat for me in the jury box, ma'am. Are you Kevin DeLeon?
Sir.
So DeLeon, you're charged with unlawful carrying a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. You cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
Judge, on April 21st, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on vehicle not displaying a front license plate. The vehicle had an odor of marijuana. The driver was placed in handcuffs pending investigation. Identification purposes due to the driver not having an ID. The front passenger defendant was placed in handcuffs pending investigation. Identification process. Defendant admitted to smoking marijuana earlier. Driver was asked twice if there was a firearm in the vehicle, which driver confirmed there was, and that it was the defendant's firearm. A Glock 43, serial number AFEV 223, handgun with 8 live 9mm cartridges in the magazine under the front passenger seat floorboard, not in a holster. Stolen when defendant informed of the firearm. That's stolen. A holster was stolen when defendant informed of the firearm. Defendant responded with, "That's my explicit."
You'd say, shit. It's my shit? Is that what he said? I guess he's referencing the gun. There was no weed in the car?
It's not reflecting, I believe that is referring to the firearm.
Mr. DeLeon, how old are you, sir?
I'm 19, sir.
Okay, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you have a gun, any type of weapon, I will revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
Sir.
What do you do for a living?
But right now, but I'm trying to get my license right now. I got an interview today at 6.
Did you graduate from high school?
I'm currently going to high school right now, sir.
What year are you?
I'm senior, sir.
Are you going to graduate this year? Where do you go to high school?
Right to high school.
Okay. Can we reach out to the MAC, please? Would you like me to appoint your lawyer today?
I came here to represent myself. I don't got friends to appoint a lawyer.
I'm gonna give you a lawyer, Mr. Dillon. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to appoint a lawyer then, sir.
Okay, I will give you a lawyer today. I don't want you to smoke any more weed. I'm going to drug test you. If I find that you're smoking dope, I will put you in jail. Likewise, if you have a weapon. Do you understand?
Sir.
No more dope. So don't worry about filing anything because I'm gonna have it monitored. I'm going to drug test you. And I'm telling you now, 30 days from today, today's date is April 29th. You have until May 29th. You may no longer smoke any weed. If after 30 days from today, I test you and you test positive for marijuana, that tells me that you have continued to smoke, and I will put you in jail, and I don't care if you go back to kicking and screaming. You will graduate in jail. You understand? All right. I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm gonna have you take your seat in the jury box. I'll find your lawyer, sir.
You can see where, sir?
Right this way, go ahead and sign, please. All right, Judge, next is page 8, Arya Akar. Come on up. Go ahead and have a seat in your house.
Do we know if Lori's gonna be here today? Does she know? So listen, Mr. Dyer, just take a seat for me in the jury box, please. Do not leave. I'll text her.
It's the older charge.
Oh, okay.
Who's next?
Next one is page 15, Kim. Quinta. Page 15.
You La Quinta Kemp.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Kemp, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, ma'am. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer, the lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
Also, dispatched to residents in Harris County regarding a disturbance and on weapon call. Complainant Knight stated defendant Kemp has been told twice by management to stay away from the complainant Knight and to stay off of complainant Knight's property. Complainant Knight stated defendant Kemp was also told once by herself and once by Houston police officer to stay off complainant Knight's property and to avoid interaction. Complainant Knight stated defendant Kemp walked onto her porch, which is connected to complainant Knight's residence, and began to bang and knock on her front door. Complainant Knight stated that she observed video footage from her cameras of defendant Kemp on her porch. Complainant Knight stated she is in fear of her life due to past interactions of defendant Kemp, making a verbal threats to her. Video footage was observed of defendant Kemp on complainant Knight's porch wearing the same clothes observed as officers arrived on the scene.
Relationship and why? It's good to have you back, though. Welcome back. So definitely doesn't want, is there any type of familial relationship? Nothing? Okay. Ms. Kemp, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you not to go back to this person's house, to go within 200 feet. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I stay right across the street though.
Okay, I don't want you to go near their house, anywhere near within 200 feet. If you go there, if I find that, because we're gonna reach out to them, let them know that we have set up a court order for you not to go over there. If I get a call that you're going over there or harassing, I will put you in jail and I'm gonna make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? I don't want to put an ankle monitor on you, but if you force me to, I'm gonna do it. And it's extremely cumbersome and it's not a fun thing to have. I'm also ordering you as a possession I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of your weapons as well, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Tell me.
I stay like maybe across the way from her, so.
Okay, I don't want it, you cannot go within 200 feet.
Okay.
Okay, if you're next door, I would keep as far away as you can. I don't want any more issues. Tell me, what do you do for a living?
At home mom right now. I start school May 20,
How old are you?
34.
Do you have an income? How do you eat? How do you get money?
I do hair on the side, you know, I braid. But
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer, man?
sir,
You want to apply for court appointed lawyer?
yes, sir.
Okay, I don't want any issues, Ms. Kemp. Imagine if you ain't got no money, if you don't have anyone to post a bond for you, what's gonna happen if your bond goes up to $5,000 to $10,000 because you pick up a new case? You'll be stuck like Chuck. Right, okay. I'll have you go to Victoria's, sign a reset, but I need you to fill out an application for me. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, ma'am. Please.
Go ahead and sign. Page 20, Perez, Carlos, come on up.
Victoria, who is this?
Perez, page 20.
Thanks. Carlos Perez Reyes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you were charged with racing on a highway,
Yes, sir.
facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Do we know if Santiago's here as well? Ruby Santiago. Okay,
You called in section 1.
got it. Okay, please.
Judge, on April 21st, 2024, the 4900 North Freeway, Harris County, Texas, street takeover racing undercover observed a blue GMC truck, Texas license plate PRG 6317 in lane number 1, and a red Chevy Silverado, Texas license plate TSX T2622 in lane number 2. These vehicles slowed down to almost a complete stop before launching at the same time in a competitive manner, accelerating to well over 70 miles per hour on the service road in an attempt to outpace one another. This incident was recorded on a city-issued cell phone. These vehicles were also observed racing on IH-45 outbound before this incident, but officers were unable to capture that race on video. Visual maintained until traffic stop. Red Chevy Silverado bearing plate as TSX 2622, owned by defendant Ruby Garza. Blue GMC Sierra bearing Texas plate PRG 6317, owned by defendant Carlos Perez Reyes.
Mr. Perez Reyes, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm going to tell you now that the Texas legislature has made it extremely easy for people who get busted with these types of cases for the state to seize and take your car permanently from you. I've had cases here where on a second offense, they actually do seize your car and take it from you permanently. If you don't want that to happen, I would be very, very careful. You now have picked up one racing case. It's very possible you pick up another racing, they will take your car from you permanently. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a Texas driver license. You were not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit right now promising me that you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car and drive. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't care what your reason is. If you drove here, you better not drive home. I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. After that, we'll get you to Victoria. We're gonna get you out of here to hire a lawyer. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Yes, sir.
Three cases, yeah.
They gave her another PR bond? What? Are we living outer space or what? What's going on here? Take a seat for me in the jury box, man. That's 5 PR bonds now.
The last one, Judge, is page 30.
Who's spelled that last name?
V, like Victoria, A is.
Did you find it? Do you want a cause number? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready for the call, Judge.
It's 2506 807. Mr. Van Sordell, you are charged with indecent assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
Ready, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
The officer dispatched in Harris County, Texas. The witness stated that the defendant was on top of the complainant, lifting up her shirt, exposed her breast, and grabbing her vagina over her clothes. She stated that she yelled at the defendant and that he fled on foot from the original scene. She offered a picture of the defendant that she took as he was walking away. The complainant stated that she did not know the defendant and that the encounter was not consensual. She stated that she was walking down the street when the defendant approached her. As we were gathering their statements, the defendant returned to the original incident wearing a lime green shirt, blue jeans, and brown boots, which matched the clothing from the picture taken by the witness. The complainant and the witness then advised officer that he was then defendant saying, "That's him," as they pointed at the defendant. The defendant resisted arrest, but ultimately was taken into custody.
I feel like we went from, how did the encounter begin?
According to
Van Sordell,
No, but which encounter?
because he starts with, he's on top of her.
When is the defendant was on top of the for sure exposed to the breast, right?
You don't just end up on top of someone out of the blue. Were they at a house?
she was walking down the street when the defendant approached her. She was just
There we
walking down
go.
the street.
That's what I'm wondering. So did he come up and attack her out of the blue and start ripping her clothes off?
You all actually didn't know each other, so that is what's being alleged.
So we can't just walk down the street. Someone starts jumping on you.
We'll gather the photo that the complainant took on scene, but there's additional follow-up on this one.
I would say so, because isn't it attempted sexual assault?
No, not. There needs to be more information there for that.
Mr. Van Sordell, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond. So tell me, where did this happen? Where are we?
Your Honor, this.
So I know how to properly address Mr. Van Sordell and what kind of conditions to put.
The actual address is 6327 Knox Street, but it was just on the sidewalk over there, so I'll look up the intersection right now, Judge. It was just on the it was near the intersection, Judge, of Knox Street, and there's a small road there, but I don't see the name of it. But it was on Knox Street. I mean, it's really.
So tell me, how do we protect the public?
We can order, the state would request no contact with the complainant especially, but otherwise we don't, we'll defer to the court.
Mr. Van Sordell, I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you. I want to know where you are at all times, and I'm forbidding you from going within 500 feet of the immediate area. I'm also ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness, not to be in possession of weapons, and not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you violate this one iota, I will take you down and you will be put in jail. Do you understand, sir?
I know where to go.
Don't go here. There are plenty of places you can go. Don't go here. I'm telling you now, you become a danger to the public, I'm gonna light you up. Do you understand? Consider this. If you are homeless, you probably have no one that's gonna pony up $5,000 to $10,000 to get you out. The only reason you got out of jail is because you got a free bond. You will not get another one if you are put in jail because you violate these conditions. where you pick up a new case, you'll be stuck like Chuck, ain't nobody gonna get you out. You understand? The only thing I want are streets to be safe. What do you do for a living?
Construction. I'm in work, build buildings.
That's cute. For real, how do you get money? How do you eat?
I don't work, I don't make no money.
Perhaps therein lies the problem, Mr. Van Sordell. Get yourself a job. The byproduct is you get money and you find something to do, because otherwise you become self-destructive. And the problem is there's a wake of destruction. Do you mind giving an application, please? I will give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm gonna have you go to Victoria Center Reset, and then you will meet with Keith for your bond conditions. Don't violate these conditions, Mr. Van Sordell. Do you understand? Yeah.
Okay. So Ms. Fiona came back. She completed her AA and her drug test was negative.
Wonderful. Okay, great.
I don't know what we want to do. She goes to her self-report orientation on Monday. So
This coming okay, so let's just continue. She's gonna do 3 a week. Okay, after she gets in the sub, let her know. And when she's admitted in the sub report, she's theirs and they can do whatever they want. As far as she's doing with us, she's going to comply with the documentation. Okay? So she still has to do 3 this week with proof. And then she'll go to orientation Monday. And then after that, she's in. Okay, great.
she'll be in after that. And then I will have another court arrangement. I emailed you the videos this morning. Basically, long story short, he picked up, the client says she filed charges, but then when we asked for bail, the charges weren't filed for harassing her. So I sent you over the harassment
Really?
videos and.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's
Whoa.
It was like a FaceTime call with his daughter.
Where are, here we go.
So she sent screenshots and then.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's business. If you scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see like the videos and then those are just screenshots.
Yeah, oh, I see. Yeah, let's pull it.
Council for reset.
Yeah, here we go.
Judge, did you want to start? There wasn't a motion. I think it was just
Hold on.
okay.
No, you didn't think you guys have a way to complain about in the truck with my last question.
There's
Is he here?
it's the first one in like the grade.
Travis Robinson, come up. Do you know why you're here, Mr. Robinson? Think. Do you know why you're here?
Mama said I
and bothering her or something. That's the only thing I can assume. I honestly do not know, Your Honor. I've been doing my classes, just thought about probation, and trying to do good.
You are on probation for harassment. Can I give you a cause number?
Yes, please.
It's 247-4460. Mr. Travis Robinson was placed on probation for harassment in March of this year. What did we ask you not to do? Right. Have you been bothering her?
Between our child together. I think she must have not liked that I was trying to ask for my FaceTime that is from child support orders. And I guess she must have thought I was harassing her from continuously asking or calling to get it. And I think that turned into harassment. It was nothing towards her.
What does harass mean, Mr.
Somebody-
Robinson? Over, over, and over, and over, and over. Seek me the jury box. I'm gonna get you a lawyer today.
So right there,
Please appoint someone to Mr. Robinson, please. We need to have a hearing on this. I'm gonna forward you something, Pavel, real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Please.
So, Judge, we have an arraignment that walked in.
Okay. Yeah.
Santiago, come on up,
Is this the co-defendant?
page 25.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Santiago. Ma'am, you are charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months of jail and or a $2,000 fine. I already did probable cause in your case, and I found that probable cause exists to go forward. Do you have a lawyer today?
No, I can get one though.
You will need one. You're facing a lot of time in jail. My next question to you is, do you have a Texas driver license?
I do.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
Can you run a license, please, guys? Make sure. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to race, participate in any street takeovers, donuts, reckless driving. Otherwise, the first thing I'll do is I'll put you in jail. The next thing I'm going to do is I will take your privilege to drive away from you permanently. And let me tell you, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive blows. You understand?
Yes.
No more racing.
Not eligible, Your Honor. He had a suspension April 1st of 2023 due to an accident and honestly, I've been bothered.
I called DPS on Monday when I got out of county, and they told me that they were looking into it because I have never been in an accident in my whole life. So I
As it
don't.
stands now, your license is not eligible. You're not allowed to drive. It's up to you to get in contact with DPS to figure out what's going on. So I am now ordering you not to drive. If you drove here, you may not drive home. You'll be signing an affidavit right now promising me that you're not going to drive. Ms. Santiago, if I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, you will be facing a contempt of court hearing, and you'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in the car and drive. You understand? Every time you drive, it's an offense in and of itself, man. I'm glad you looked it up. I'll I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. I'll get you to Victoria to sign a reset and we'll get you out of here, ma'am. When you come back, please have a lawyer.
You didn't write anything on the box, you checked.
Oh, sorry.
Judge, so no state's bond conditions?
No, she did the affidavit. That's fine. I mean, he filed it, so she can sign it.
It was just like the no street racing.
Yep, that's fine. We'll have her sign it. Keep the cell phone, please. So we know that he comes back.
Is it off? I mean, silent?
Okay.
Go ahead and sign your reset.
That's the only way we know that they'll come back. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they go, they don't come back. But with a cell phone, no one gives up their cell phone. Do you have any THAs?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Right, page 8, Fleischer, come on up. Or, well, Derek signed on to that one, do you want me to just wait for him?
Derek, who?
Fleming?
No, you can just wait.
Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead, take a seat. You have a lawyer. Okay, yeah, just go ahead, take a seat, sir.
Hey, Papa. I sent you an email. Can you look over it?
Yes.
Please, thank you.
All right, here's one, page 21, Benjamin Ray. Come on up.
Is it page 21?
Yes.
Benjamin Ray, do you have a lawyer today?
I don't.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I'm still trying to get one. I talked to Mr. Exley. He told me to just come.
Need more time?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll give it to you. I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. Good luck, sir. All right. You ready? Okay, come on up.
Okay, Judge, we're here to approach on a bond for Anthony Clark. He's wanted out of Sarasota County, Florida for stalking. No criminal history, 23 years old, has a bachelor's degree, is a VP of Investor Relations for Precision Global, single with no kids, lives between here, Town Lake and Sarasota, asking for a $2,500 bond.
Okay,
They would be opposed
why?
for the fact that it is a felony stalking that's been open since 2023. I don't know when in 2023, try to get a hold of the DA's office there, but I guess their ADA assigned is in court. And so I kept getting sent to voicemail. So I don't have much more information other than the fact that it's about almost a year old. Well, it's closer to like 8 months old, and the fact that it's a felony stalking. It's a DV because it's marked confidential in their clerk's website. So I couldn't get anything.
What other criminal history does he have?
I couldn't find any, but I just,
He
nothing's
says he has
popped up.
none, and you can't find any.
I can't find any.
And then no prior
Well, I
fugitive
mean,
cases?
issue that I want to have that because obviously he has some history because he has a stalking, but for some reason nothing's showing up.
Why does that mean he has history? Because he has a stalking.
Because the stalking would pop up. So I'm saying like nothing is popping up, which is unusual because obviously the stalking should have shown up.
Oh, I can come back later this
Yeah.
morning if you'd like to verify, because I don't like giving statements like he must have history when
Okay
it's
with-
not confirmed, so.
We've got a lot of time, so,
I can call them again and see if
or
they can.
perhaps send them an email, maybe they answer the email, or you don't have it, do you?
Well, I mean, if they can forward over to that ADA in court or state's attorney, they call state's attorney, there's state's attorney in court, and then I can email you. And then if there's none, then so.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it because he's got no criminal history for this charge, you know?
I mean, assuming that I can't find any other, because 99.9% of the time. I don't want to say 100% because I can't legitimately say 100% without something returning saying there's nothing. I mean, because I don't want to have Arya come back for.
I'm here, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, well.
So it's up to you guys. I just don't want that to be used against him if that's not confirmed. So if that's gonna be something that's used against him, I'd rather have it confirmed. He has a badge.
Used against him.
Like, in other words, to set a high bond, or he's asking for no bond, which is, I mean, he's opposing a
Well-
bond, which is.
Well, I mean, even with it's just stalking, because I have an issue with DV stalking charges, so, I mean, yeah. So the answer would be the same, so even if I didn't bring that up in argument, I would still say that. I understand his age, but the fact that it's almost, it's 8 months old and it's a felony domestic stalking.
And again, I don't understand unless it's a.
Did you ask him why? Is it a 2B?
Yes, that's what I'm saying is, unless it's a failure to appear, it doesn't matter if a warrant is 10 years old, because people don't know about them. People don't necessarily know about their warrants. He lives between here and Sarasota. He has a bachelor's degree. He's a VP of operations. Obviously, if he knew about it, he already has an attorney there. I went back and I talked to him. I've talked to his.
Talk to the lawyer back there?
Yeah, he's already has an attorney. Like,
I'm okay.
since he got arrested, he's contacted an attorney. There's no way he's not going. So.
Well,
Well,
but
regardless, I mean.
But my
we're-
point is, if he's already contacted an attorney, he's on top of it, is what I'm saying.
Okay with it.
Okay, well, what would you like to set it at, Judge?
Hey, you okay?
I don't feel comfortable giving a number, and so I'm gonna stay at no bond.
Okay.
Yeah, so whichever number the court wants to give.
Do the 2,500. Yes. Okay with it. Yeah.
I'll write up the reset.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
This way,
he needs to meet you.
Sir. This way.
He needs to get that one. And then Cynthia, he has to meet with pretrial before he can leave. Okay. Okay. Hey, Red, how are you, man?
Judge, are you ready for another THA?
Yeah.
Page 30, Wakefield, Illinois, come on up.
Victoria, what page?
Page 30,
Thanks.
Wakefield.
Mr. Wakefield, do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that. Okay, we will give you more time. Head on over to Victoria, we'll have you sign a reset, sir.
You want me to check on?
No,
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I don't.
Smell it? Oh.
No.
So the link.
Could be. Cynthia.
Yes. Am I in trouble?
No. He's asleep. He's in a moving lane of traffic. He's got a beer in the cup holder. He's got a bunch of beers open that are empty on the floorboard.
Allegedly.
Yeah. That's cute.
Yeah, I'll push on this one.
Tell me.
We're here on Diceberg, D-I-E-S-B-U-R-G.
Okay.
So this was one where we need to, they're interested in PCI, Judge. They've submitted a mitigation packet. Nathan replied back this morning needing more information. So the packet's in.
What does he want? What else?
I don't know. So I read the reply. He says, please comply with the attachment, including BAC research essay. So she's gonna discuss with Vito like what exactly is missing because she showed me the essay, so either it was.
Is it attached there?
I didn't, so I was CC'd on this email. I wasn't a part of the original email, so I don't know what was attached.
Do you have the attachment with all the information?
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I have everything.
Did you provide the BAC essay?
I've seen
Yes,
it.
sir, he's seen the essay, yes.
I've seen the essay here in court, so I told him, I said, hey, just reply back to Nathan or Colin, and see what's missing, because,
Yeah,
I wasn't a part of the original email, though, I don't know what.
yeah,
was
the
attached.
essay is here, this is, the essay, the medical records, everything is here
Yeah.
to him.
What day was it?
So we'll go ahead and.
I mean,
But I have to go and talk with him, come back, or I can call him.
See what, I mean, you might as well. You have nothing to lose, just
We
time.
were just exploring, ideas, because it is from October, it's like, it's reaching the 180, but it's.
No, it's 210.
Okay.
It's 210. That's
Just because I couldn't give any guidance on like what to fix, that's why.
where is he? On the fourth or fifth floor? Sixth. You want to try and see?
Sure, I'll run up there.
Try, see what you can. If not, I'll give you another week, but at least.
Yes, sir, let me run and do that.
All right.
Hey, Keith. Hey, favor. Diaz. Andre Diaz.
Yes.
Can you look him up to see about how he did on his drug test, please?
I actually just did that before I left.
Andre Diaz,
Judge,
come up.
you went again this morning and tested again, so.
I can check this.
Please. Yeah, that would be great too. Take a seat for me in the jury box. All right, what was his name again?
Anthony Clark.
Good morning, Mr. Clark. How's jail?
Interesting.
I'm sorry?
Not a fun place.
You know why you're here?
Yes.
Why are you here?
Alice State warrant.
Right. Your warrant is now very old. Your lawyer has asked me to give you a bond, and I will reluctantly do this because you have no criminal history. But what I want you to understand is that we are only giving you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself in to, where's the date?
Florida, Judge.
It's at no bond over there, correct?
For there, yes, Judge.
So you must go turn yourself in. Do you understand? You will not get another one from us. So if you try to take flight, if you don't go there, if you're late, it does not matter. I will yank this bond. I will set it at 0. You will not get another one. I'm going to get you. And this time I'm going to hold you until Florida comes and gets you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you have any issues, talk to Arya. She can help you out. But 2 weeks, that's it. I will set your bond at 2,500 and then good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, but right now we have an inmate out, so she's gonna have to be in the jury box. Thank you.
Give me a second.
He's done, Judge?
He's done, please.
Now can she come out?
Yes. Hi. Come on up.
I'm here on 2 off-docket matters.
Okay, bear with me. Let me.
Sorry. They're easy, I promise.
Sure.
Uh, 249-8044. Should be Jose Rodriguez.
Okay, so you said 249.
8044, yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Rodriguez, last time he was here for his arraignment, there had been some out-of-county history that had popped up, including a DWI arrest. Turns out that that was not him. Because of that out-of-county history, you had ordered him to get a portable device. Given that he has no out-of-county history, this is his first arrest, would you consider removing the condition of his portable
I
device?
need proof that he somehow doesn't, and that was because they saw it.
So
Or do you have?
She brought up, defense brought it to our attention, so we ran the history. There is another individual by the same name, date of birth, so we ran that individual, the photo and all the information with that does not match this person. Same name, same date of birth, different person. So we confirmed that because she asked me to. So I can confirm.
You confirm that this person is a true first.
True first.
Okay, yes, we'll do that for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then the second one, I have the cause number here,
Let me, you know what, so I don't.
Thank you.
Let me make a fucking notation here, so.
I appreciate it, Your Honor. The portable device, correct?
So you are not Miss Ayala though?
I work with her.
Right, what is your name?
Imelda Mendez.
Himelda?
Imelda, I-M-E-L-D-A.
Jimenez, you said, right?
Mendez.
Mendez.
Oh, yeah.
These are unmarked PCS method.
Two, 4, 7, 6, 3, 1, 4. You know that? Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Okay, got it. All right, so what's your next cost number?
The next class number is 247-6314. Yes, Your Honor. He is currently on DWI PTI. During his case, you had ordered him to get a SCRAM device. Since he's now on PTI, he also has a portable device. Would you consider removing?
Well, he tested positive though. That's why we did that. If I remember correctly, he tested positive.
Ruby Santiago.
There's a reason why we do things. We don't do them for in giggles, you know what I mean?
I understand, Your Honor.
So we need to, if you can talk to Shatoria to figure out what happened, how many times has he tested positive? Because I know him. This is not my first rodeo with him before, and I know that he's tested positive before, and his bond is at 5,002. So that tells me either he fled or he tested positive, and I think it's that he tested
I only know
positive.
about this. I don't recall the first incident, but the second incident was a potential tampering with the device, the SCRAM device. Obviously, he claims that he didn't tamper with it, but Yeah.
So check with them and find out, and then let's talk more.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, John D, tell me, what's up, bud?
Always good, sir. Always good to see you.
What's
I'm
new?
approaching on a newly appointed case, a Mr. Robinson. He is on a defer for harassing.
Oh, okay, got it, you
And
got
I
it.
talked to the chief, and it looks like there hasn't been a formal motion yet, but that's
I have
coming.
one right now.
Okay.
But I need to email this to you first, so I want you to look at it and then talk with him about it.
Okay, I will revisit you on that one. Let me look at everything.
Let me send it to you real quick.
JD Law.
The way it works.
So it is JD.
JD Law at att.net.
Got it. All right, I'm forwarding this to you now.
Absolutely.
Oh, damn it. No, that's the wrong one.
JD Law at att.net. You got it.
Okay, I've just sent it to you. Take a look.
And then I'll come right back up on
Yeah.
Second one, Judge, is Henley, H-E. It's an older case, Judge. State has given us, I've talked to Pavel about it. Sorry, I didn't know you were, I know. No worries. I thought you were talking it over there, but just updating him on Henley.
It's not older, it's.
Can I just get, yeah, I got it. No, I got you, Judge. I just need one more to get some affidavits and bring up.
It's only 123.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure, Donnie. So
Let me
just
look
let me
at
know.
the email and I'll come right back.
Hi, come on up, guys. Good morning.
How are you this morning, Judge? We're here on Tyron Scales. It's set for jury trial tomorrow.
I can give you a cause number, Judge.
Please.
249-4799, 4798.
Whichever. I filed it on 479.
Okay.
So Judge, on this case, we're set for jury trial tomorrow. I know we do have another ahead, but just in case that gets resolved, I want to let the court know we will not be ready because our blood draw, our phlebotomist is out of town for the week. And we called her on Friday to seek that information. And I filed a continuation this morning.
Have you had one yet?
No, Judge. I haven't. And Judge, with regards to a new date, I know next week we are set May 7th on a jury trial that was previously set a couple times and she's not taking anything. So just to make like a more, I guess, concrete trial date,
yeah.
I was requesting a date later than the 7th because the 7th we will be in trial on another date, on another case anyway. We were kind of brainstorming because I know May is pretty busy for the court. They thought June 4th, so we're requesting June 4th. I don't know if there's anything holding us up.
So the next trial date would be June 11th.
So, and Your Honor, we do just want to object to the motion for a continuance. The witness has known that she was going to be needed for this for at least a month. The state could have followed up beforehand. The defense is ready to proceed. The client is also ready and he's exercising his right to a jury trial. So we're objecting to the continuance.
Judge, with regards to our continuance, I mean, we filed it before the jury panels here. We filed it because
I usually, out of a courtesy, give one and only one to each side. I'm inclined to grant it. They will get no more. So I don't care, come hell or high water, if they have something else that happens with their witness, I don't care. You know, I will grant this and the only continuance, and then likewise with you guys, if you needed one as well, I would grant you one as well, and only one. So
I appreciate it, Your Honor. For the date, is the court available for the week before the 11th? No.
Mona.
No, we have scheduling conflicts. Judge, it would
You
be
said we have
June
7 jury
11th.
trials on that day?
Excuse me?
We have 7?
No, I said the only other, the date that I gave her was June 11th, or it would go to July, because the next week I would be in ERD. If you want to send it to ERD, you want to send it to ERD?
ERD?
On the week of the 24th, it would be, you'd have to schedule it for Monday, and you can transfer it to ERD. You can send it over there. But I don't know about the prosecutors. I don't know.
In the event that we go to ERD, we won't be available for like doc stuff, but I can find coverage because I'm gonna have to chief over him.
So then the next day would be July 9th.
So we only.
And Judge, just to make the court aware, this case is from January 31st of this year.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Kevin,
We announced ready when they insisted on a trial. So we're here, but this case is from January.
It's young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's the youngest in our docket, or in our jury trial docket at least, so that's why.
Hey, I like your tenacity. That's wonderful. Good job.
All the evidence is in, look at it.
I'll do whatever you want to do. So whatever you want, you can have it, other than, I don't want to make Ramona mad, but.
Okay, so you're granted continuance.
Yeah.
And we just need to agree on a date.
Correct. You know, preferably one where you don't have something going on so that we know that we can actually go that day. Whatever you want, I'm happy to do.
We're scheduled for the Rest Duncan conference in June and it starts on the 12th. So we're gonna talk about it and figure out which date works. If it's
Okay.
June 11th or
Because your case is young, so if you want to go into July, you can have that too, whatever you want.
It wouldn't even be 180 days, but we'll talk to Ramona together whenever we figure out a date. That way we're all
happy to do
good to go.
Yeah. There's no.
I don't think we discussed it, Judge.
Reconcile?
I don't want to make any guarantees on the bench, so.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yes, sir. Hey, follow your motion, please, though.
I already did.
Okay.
I already did. It's under 4798. It's under UCW, but it's the same transaction, so.
Thank you, Judge.
Wait, does he have a lawyer? I give him a lawyer. What's his name again? De Leon. Did you talk to a lawyer? Who?
You just can't deliver now. But I mean, I got a number and everything.
Okay, don't come in shorts again. Otherwise, it's not gonna, you didn't come to the beach. No more shorts. Get your brother. Hi.
Hi.
Great to see you, Lori.
Huh?
Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
What happened to homeboy?
Well, he had a meeting that he had to do on Zoom in the class. And so he missed part of it on the last class. And then he reached out to the teacher and they told him to come back for take the last class over with. They didn't tell him when. He reached out and found out that it was on a day that he didn't have time off. He's asking to be extended again to take the second part of the class over again if he can, so he can keep his license. He's only been.
Talking about a defensive driving class? What kind of class we're
It's
talking?
thinking for change, I think. And it's a wait list for that class. So when you extend it in the last time for the month, it's a wait list to get on that class, and then once you get in it.
Talking the 13-week, Victoria? Which one? You just gotta do the whole 13-week again?
No, it would probably be about like 4 months.
But it's a wait list to get on that class, so we're asking to like extend him 6 months to allow him.
Come up, Mr. Dyer. I don't know, Lori. I mean, how many times have we extended this dude?
One time, but he's only a 6-month probation. He has to do a 13-week class for thinking for a change that has a wait limit, a wait list. Given that he could be on probation for 2 years, give him an opportunity to keep his license and get on the wait list and finish the second half of the class is all we're asking for. He has been doing what he's supposed to do. He hasn't gotten in trouble. It's just this one class.
Anything else to do?
He did the 15 hours of community service. Both of his drug tests were negative. So the only thing was the PPC. And his fees, he has about $594 in his.
Any restitution?
No.
All right, kill the money. I don't care about the money. The only reason is because I like her. But I'm gonna tell you now, Mr. Dyer, you will never get another extension. If you fail me again, I'm gonna smack you with 120 days. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will not get another extension. So let's now keep them on the short leash. So let's put them off. I'll extend it 6 months and let's come back in a month to see what he's done. If you've done nothing in a month, you're gonna stay with me. It's up to you to figure out, get done, and I wanna see progress. If you've done nothing in a month, so help me, it's over.
So will I be put automatically in the class because the class is?
Man, nothing's automatic. You have to call to get it done. They don't come to you. Are you on a back rub too? Come on.
But the thing about it is that the class has a waiting list to get inside of the class. And so to get back in the class, I have to get on the wait. I have to be inside of the wait list, which is a long wait list.
So let's do this. I'm gonna set you off a week. I want you to call today, figure out when the wait list is, come back and let us know. So we know how long the wait is. Because I can't trust you to do it on your own. So we gotta.
Can he contact me? Because I've given him my cell number and my card, and then I check in a week for him and let you know.
I will do that, but I'm also gonna have Shatoria look at it too, so that I know that you're not trying to pull a fast one. Get it done. All right?
It's just an extension.
Yeah. Correct.
Can you sit in the?
Please. All right, hey Connor.
Angel Pena.
Okay,
He's here, he has enrolled in or his mom enrolled him into the high school. His interview is
you have
tomorrow.
proof of enrollment.
Yeah, yes, sir, I have his proof, or his mom's proof of like the orientation, it is in Spanish.
I can read Spanish.
Okay, so I have that, he did send that to me.
Okay,
But yeah, he'll be starting school possibly next Monday.
good. Let's send him for a drug test now. Make sure he's not using.
That's fine.
Yeah, so just tell him to hang tight, and then do you want to get the proof to send it, you want to send it to me, you want to send it to Victoria?
I can send it to Victoria, that's fine.
Okay, and then she'll get it to me and I'll take a look.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Mr. Fleming.
Good morning. Just need to talk to state real quick.
Right here, Mr. Right.
How's jail? How's jail? Good. I hope it's an absolutely miserable experience because we're not getting through to you. What do we need to do to get through to you that you have to follow bond conditions? You now have picked up a new case while you're on bond for a felony. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, Mr. Wright. Please.
On 4/25/2024, traffic stop for expired registration in Harris County, Texas. Driver Pittman gave consent to search the vehicle. After had defendant Wright stepped out of the vehicle and got consent to search his person. Officer conducted a Terry first and felt his waistband and pocket. Officer then felt objects that could be narcotics related and searched his person and found pins. Officer located his backpack with 1.1 grams of marijuana in the passenger seat.
Okay, Mr. Wright, I'm going to find that there's probable cause. Let me ask you, do you have a valid Texas driver license? There's another violation. You don't get it. Mr. Wright, you will sign an affidavit with me promising me you're not going to drive. There's no faster way for you to get a lengthy jail sentence than you get in a car and drive. If you ever get in a car and drive without a Texas driver license and liability insurance in violation of this affidavit, you'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time. And I don't care if Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. You get in a car and drive, you'll be doing 6 months every single time. Do you understand? Why on earth would we give you a PR bond when you continue to violate conditions? Why should we give you a PR bond, Mr. Wright? Tell me. Because Lori is asking me to let you out. But if I let you out, what are you going to get? To pick up a third case? Tell me why.
Using needles for about 2 years now. I think if I go back to it, I'm gonna die. Let's go to rehab. Literally, let's go to rehab. I'm trying to go to the wheelhouse.
Every person I meet here is about to do this. They're about to do that. Intentions are great. It's actions what count. Your intentions go in one ear and they go out that ear. That's how good intentions are. So maybe we should keep you in custody and put you in a rehab then.
I tried going to the Texas house. The last one I got rehab to, the one I got sent to before rehab was the Texas house. That was a year-long program. Had a really short, really low percentage of graduating. I made it 6 months the first time and 10 months the second time. I got scared. I went back to where I came from. Last, I don't need to go back to, I just want to, I already know there's a really good record at the wheelhouse over there on Deer Park. Right down the street from the police department. I have a friend of mine that just went through it. He's going through, he's had these same issues as me. As far as drugs are concerned.
You're not giving me much confidence, Mr. Wright.
I want to get past this.
I don't think that you can do it on your own. You've already shown us that you cannot. Tell me again, why would we let you out? What do you think?
Give him a chance. Next city won't get another chance.
The only way you will get a chance from me, Mr. Wright, is if you come here 2 times a week and take tests showing me that you're not using anything, and you go to AA or NA 3 times a week with proof that you're doing it. I will give you a curfew of 9 p.m. and you must maintain a full-time job. If you want me to let you out, those are the things that you must do. And you must take an active part in sobriety. 3 times a week, I want you to bring me proof that you're going and doing NA classes. A piece of paper, that date, name, sponsor, and where you had the location and where you went to go do it. But I want proof every other day that you are going to NA classes, and you will take drug tests 2 times a week to prove to me that you're not consuming anything. This is the only way that I will let you out. And if you know that you can't do it, don't, because if you muck this thing up again, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put no driving, and right under it, I'm going to put no drugs and no alcohol. And if you violate this, I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days in jail. I will probate it for 2 years. I will put you in jail and then put you into a treatment facility in the jail where, if you're good, it's a minimum of 9 months depending on how well you respond to treatment. So if you violate this thing, you will go into a treatment facility for a minimum of 9 months.
Yeah.
You understand me? Okay, Mr. Wright, you know what's expected of you. No driving, no alcohol, drugs, NA, 1 AA 3 times per week. Okay, Lori, I'm going to grant it to you. However, he knows what's expected. Mr. Wright, let's see. You will never get another chance. This is the only chance because I've not given you one. That's the only reason. I believe everyone should get at least one chance. This is the only one. And I'm going to keep you so close to me, you're going to think that you understand. All right. Deputy, do you mind bringing him over here so he can swear this to this and then you can put him back?
Just. Okay, you want to talk about the facts of the case if you really want to, just actually back to the charge.
How you doing?
How's jail? Really? You sure about that? Because you keep doing stuff to land you in there. No matter how many chances you get, Mr. Davis, boom, something pops up. So it must be real fun to be in jail. Either that or you like the color orange. So you now are here with us in court 5 because you picked up a fugitive case. So, Dave, what happened?
Yeah, she's wanted out of Harris County, Alabama for theft of property first degree. They are allowing a $5,000 bond there, but the larger issue here is that he has not yet made bond on the most recent unlawful carrying of a weapon.
Please keep it down a bit.
That is next set on May 3rd. In addition, he is on a deferred adjudication for deadly conduct discharging a firearm that has not yet filed an MAJ, which I suspect they will due to the fact that it's another firearms offense. I also would like to notate to the court that when he was initially placed on the deferred adjudication for the deadly conduct, right before he entered it in, he had another unlawful carrying of weapon charge that he bond forfeited on, and so I believe he is a flight risk. In addition to the fact that he was charged with tampering, which was found no PC initially, but I don't know what the progress is on a potential refile for that. But due to the fact that he has 3 weapons charges, 2 of which are after he was already charged with the weapons deadly conduct charge up in 337, and the bond forfeiture, and the fact that he was wanted for a first degree felony out of Alabama in the midst of the first UCW before the second UCW was charged, and before the MAJ is filed, is that the state would be opposed to a bond.
Tell me, what happened in the deadly conduct, the discharging case?
I can read the PC if you'd like to.
Please.
August 19, 2021, officer dispatched a shooting. They observed a surveillance video of a corner store, found an unknown male that punched the now defendant. The now defendant then pulled a firearm from his waistband and fired shots towards the unknown male, along with a crowd of multiple individuals also in the parking lot area and in close proximity to the store. Then a large group of young male blacks began fleeing from the defendant's gunfire as he continues shooting towards them as they flew along a drive-through.
Slow down, you're going so fast, man.
A large group of young black males began fleeing from the defendant's gunfire as he continued shooting towards them as they flee along a drive-through area attached.
So he's shooting a gun and he continues to shoot the gun toward people?
Sir, he's not asking you.
I was shot.
He's not asking you.
I got shot.
Then 3 other unknown black males who were also fleeing pulled out firearms, began shooting in the direction of the defendant.
Like the Wild West.
He was firing upon them. Defendant was shot after they returned fire, striking him along the right hip area, and the defendant then fled the scene. Defendant then later showed up to the hospital and went to interview with him, and he admitted that he returned firearm in response to a punch. So it was the escalation from a punch to a firearm that got him charged.
And you're only 20 years old. And you want me to give you a bond?
It's only because
you got me bent if you think I'm gonna give you a bond, dude. Nothing.
I haven't been in trouble since then. And that case,
you just picked up a new gun case.
I was in a car with
yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
I told you.
I was in a car with
Sir, I just said stop.
So let's get this.
I literally said it wasn't my
September of 23, you picked up a gun case.
Sir, I'm asking you nicely as your.
Mr. Davis.
Nice, but hey, they're gonna write everything down and send it to the other.
I'm eager for him to keep talking. He's gonna keep talking about it.
So here's the deal. What I'm trying to impart to you is that you're not getting it, dude. When you get out, nothing good happens. All that happens is, it's like when you hang with dogs, you get fleas, dude. Every time, don't matter who you're with, guns start blazing.
Never had a shootout a day in my life other than that time, because those dudes walked up trying to rob me.
And that's it.
Like those dudes walked up dead because I had the reason they even came to me is because I had $5,000 in my pocket.
Stop.
Like they knew what they was coming for. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't.
You know what? Sometimes, Mr. Davis, sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they're their own worst enemy.
Sir, I have never in my life ever did anything like that again, ever in my life. And then in this case right here.
Caleb, I'm gonna ask you to not talk about the facts of the case.
But all I know is that you now have picked up, and I don't know what happened, but yesterday you now got charged with yet another gun case.
It's going to be.
And what you're not getting is that you're on a very, very serious felony probation in front of a judge.
I understand.
Very tough.
I know, sir. I promise you that is not my gun. That's all I can tell you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're facing 20 years upstairs, Mr. Davis. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? I've read stuff that had me in tears because it was so bad. It'll turn you white, the stuff that I've read. And the problem is that the jailers and the people in TDC don't give a rat's behind what happens because it's so bad. They turn, face the other way and go. It's only a matter of time before a judge sees, you know what? But me, I can't, in my good conscience, give you a bond when I know it's one thing after the other.
I'm sure I can get on my knees and tell you that, sir, that is not me. Sir, that is not me.
So we're just talking about the fact that you were charged, not the facts.
I understand, but
and trying to get you to Alabama.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Here, what we're doing is trying to see whether we should give you a bond just for you to go to Alabama.
I understand.
And I just can't, Mr. Davis.
I promise you, if you won't make a mistake, I can give you my word on that. You won't make a mistake. You won't. I promise you that. I'm saying that with everything in me, with all my heart, you won't make a mistake. I don't get in trouble. You can look at the facts, you can look at the cases. Anything that has ever happened to me.
What happened on the new gun case? Do you know?
I don't know. I just saw it. It's set for May 3rd, but I do know that he has defenses that he is asserting clearly. And it's a links issue.
Can you tell me what happened on the new?
On traffic stop, the defendant learned that he's 20 years of age with the birthday of obviously under 21. Having consensual conversation with the officer, the now defendant reached down between his legs, attempting to reach a black block handgun that was in plain view on the floorboard of the passenger seat that was not properly secured in a holster. It was a black Gen 4 Glock 29, and it was chambered. And I'm trying to figure out, I went a little ahead. So it wasn't screened in the other court. It was a consensual encounter with occupants of a Charger, but I don't know what the location is.
Was he driving? Was he passenger or driver?
I believe he was passenger, but he reached for the gun where the gun was located. And so it was a simply towing and recovery service around a residential location. But the fact that he was under 21, a passenger, and the fact that he wasn't possession of a handgun was charged.
Sorry, dude. At some point,
That's
you're
not like I was
gonna
in
get it.
possession.
Oh my gosh.
So
I think we
hold
should go
on.
back there.
Hey, listen to Shreya. She knows what she's talking about. The only thing I'm trying to impart to you, Mr. Davis, is that there's only so many chances they're gonna give you before you throw your behind in prison.
I just want to tell you, sir, I promise you, like I can promise you, I know what it, this because I know what it looked like. I can promise you that is not me, sir. I can promise you that. The case that he's talking about, that I was 17 in that case. So anything after that case, I have never been in trouble. Anything is, you know what I mean, that big.
Stop. Ain't gonna happen. Just, I don't want that kind of blood on my hand. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Just be careful.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
So I'm approach.
Yeah.
Just approaching on a plea for Stewart.
What are we doing?
It's a time served, Judge.
3-7 on all three? Stewart.
Sir.
All three?
Sir, time served on all three.
Ms. Stewart, you're charged with 3 counts of cruelty to non-livestock animals. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 7 days that you've already done. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen or a possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do, ma'am? How do you plead to the offense, ma'am? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, hi, Mr. Castro. How are you? Okay, you were charged with assault. Are we doing time, sir?
No, it's not assault, it's interference.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. No. My fault. Sorry. Didn't mean to. So Mr. Castro, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. Lori, what are we doing?
We're doing time served.
3 days in jail, credit for the 9 days that you've already done. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once we're done today, you're done forever. How do you plead to the offense, Mr. Castro? Okay. I will find you such. Good luck to you, man. All right.
Page 3, Dan Clark, come on up.
What time did Mr. Clark get here? What time did you get here?
I got like at 9.
Who you checking with?
Like I came in like 9:30.
Now it's 9:30.
I don't remember.
Later, 10:45?
I don't remember like 9:30, 10. It's like before like 9:30, because I know I got court at 9:30.
I'd have court at 9:30.
It was at 8:30?
Next time, check your paperwork. Do you have a lawyer today?
So I'm trying to get one. Court appointment.
So you come at 10:45?
I've been sitting back there for like an hour or two.
How do I know that? You're supposed to check in.
I did check in. I checked in with the mail officer.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Clark?
I work out of town, but I can't do it right now because it's on my record.
What are you doing with yourself now?
I'm trying to get a job out here.
So you're not doing anything?
Yeah. I'm trying to get a job out here though. I'm waiting on them to call me back. They gotta look.
What are you doing for work now?
Nothing right now.
Why do the people of Harris County get to pay for a lawyer for you when you play Xbox all day and do nothing? If you get a job and it pays poorly, I'm happy to give you a lawyer. But I've got a problem. If you're doing nothing, you play Xbox all day, and now you want a free lawyer too? Don't work like that, Mr. Clark.
I started working out of town this month, but I couldn't go because this is on my record.
Take a seat for me, sir. Who's next?
Page 10 and 11, Garcia, Arya.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What time did you get here, Mr. Garcia?
7:45 this morning.
Was he here early as well?
He was here.
He was? Okay. Mr. Garcia, do you have a lawyer today?
Yes, sir. I need a little bit more time.
You need more time?
Yes, sir.
We will give it to you.
Thank you.
You can head on over to Victoria. We'll have you sign a receipt. And good luck to you, sir. Thanks. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
The guy tested negative. He tested positive and then he tested negative. So I'm gonna go with the negative. Please tell him not to test positive. Oh, they're dismissing? Oh, wonderful.
Yes, Andre?
Oh, I'm sorry. Come on.
No worries, Judge. We were talking about that anyway, but Judge, I did, Mr. Robinson, Travis Robinson on, Judge, according to Mr. Robinson, he's been complying with the non-threatening harassment on this particular situation. Per the Attorney General's office and part of his compliance in child support, he gets 15 minutes of FaceTime with their mutual child. And that's all he was trying to do, was just to try to call her so he can get his 15 minutes. Now, that's what he's telling me. I have no way to verify any of that, Judge. I just heard all of that this morning. But, you know, it kind of makes sense to me. I showed him the video with him calling from 7:30 to 7:45.
I had a lengthy conversation with him prior to getting on probation that in the event she failed to comply with what he was able to get as far as FaceTime, that he was to go to the family court and use them as the avenue to either hold her in contempt, have her fined, jailed, whatnot for non-compliance with their custody agreement.
I agree, Judge.
He was not to take matters into his own hands.
Well,
And now,
all I can tell you is based on the call logs that she screenshot over and I looked at, what you sent me, it shows that from 7:32 to 7:40-ish something, that he made these series of calls. There's no way we can tell because she declined all the calls. And I said, well, you know, you're calling a lot. And he goes, yes, because I was trying to get through the FaceTime so I can talk to my child as part of my child support compliance. That's all I was doing. I never made communications to her, didn't even have words with her.
20 calls in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes.
But if you're trying to get to me, it's reasonable, Judge, because he's trying to get through.
Many times is not reasonable. Well, come up, Mr. Robinson.
If he was trying to get through FaceTime, he would keep trying because he only has that allowed time to get through to see his daughter.
I told you the last time you were here that in the event she was non-compliant with your custody arrangement, you were not to take matters into your own hands with the repeated 20 to 50 to 150 phone calls that you do. I have proof to the contrary, Mr. Robinson. And if something is happening to where she is busy, that she cannot get a hold of you, how do you know that she's not having a crisis of her own? For you to call 20 times in a matter of a minute or two is harassment.
Through this, think of situations. Like she could have been busy. Baby could have been sick. That's why she didn't.
Now it's a little bit too late.
Myself instead of.
Ma'am, he goes with you. Bye-bye, Mr. Robinson. You didn't get it last time.
Yeah,
see if it happens this time.
Let me figure it out.
Ma'am, ma'am.
Wait for me.
Don't set him down, please.
I'll take care of this one, Judge, and then I'll come back.
I'm gonna scare her.
You want to think about it?
Give me 30 minutes.
Ogletree, Mr. Ogletree, yes. Yes, he is.
All right, good morning, Mr. Ogletree. Sir, you're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. What are we doing today?
Your Honor, there's an evade, he's also charged with an evading. He's taking a plea on evading. They're dismissing the burglary of the motor vehicle.
Is this what you want to do, sir?
Yes, sir.
What you must understand, Mr. Ogletree, is that you are entering into a lifetime decision right now where, are we doing time served or what?
Time served, yes, sir.
This charge will go on your record. But what you must really understand is that this is an enhanceable offense, meaning that this evading will go on your rest. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. You ever run from the cops again, you will be facing a felony charge. Instead of days down here, you're going upstairs where it's years. You understand? No matter how trivial it is. years. You understand? Not only that, if you pick up a misdemeanor from now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, you can never come back and change this. One more thing, Mr. Ogletree, you live in Texas. Not 3 weeks ago, someone died from a B&B where they were trying to protect their own property and they shot the person in the car trying to break in. I would be very careful who you mess with because the next time you may have a couple bullet holes in you. Good luck. Thanks. Hey.
I know it's a little early, Judge, but I've talked to Mr. Robinson. He is truly remorseful. He knows he didn't make the best judgment. He did get a new job at Cracker Barrel on the town center in 59. He's terrified that he's going to lose it. He has to go to work at 9 in the morning. His mom is actually waiting.
Mom's here?
No, she's in the car downstairs waiting on that. So I told him that I would. I just wanted to kind of update you what I found out more. He is, in terms of AG and
complaining witness is absolutely fed up with him calling and calling and calling. And how many, do you have the case pulled up?
Judge, if we, give him amended conditions like 0 tolerance, 1 too many stuff, and he's going in, anything I saw it, Judge, I get you. But again, if there's this FaceTime thing that he's just trying to see his, see his daughter. But, why don't you just say, besides the no contact, the FaceTime, just don't have any communication with the ex, and that way they have some space, and he's only allowed to call during the FaceTime time. And if that's not possible,
the problem is that Shatoria, what exactly did we tell him that he was not allowed to contact her only for purposes of the visitation? What do we do now?
But I think it was harassing the third.
Well, that I know. Yeah, because.
That 4066.
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
4066.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm trying to pull it up. 247-4460. That's, maybe no contact except for the time.
I don't think he's incapable of having contact without, so maybe we should just do no contact at all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that no contact except for the.
Didn't add anything about.
All we did was just no threatening, harassing, abusive contact, and that's obviously.
They have as part of his child support, he has 15 minutes of FaceTime, and that's the time.
Do you have? Personally? Okay, so I'm now going to modify the conditions, no contact whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
He's incapable of doing it unless, so now I can't trust him anymore, so just no more contact. He's going to have to find another way to have contact with the child. Well, then I'm going to put him in jail. I'll keep him. That's it.
Judge, we have a possible solution.
Well, I was going to say just no contact. It's okay. Kevin, tell me what you're thinking.
Is there an established time that he is supposed to contact because if she's just willfully withdrawing, not allowing you?
I don't know. We don't have.
I think there is. I think it's not during that time frame.
Can you, from him now, get a copy of the custody order, or perhaps I can look at it?
I don't have that, but maybe what we can do is bring him back and tell him to bring all that and set a very specific time for that contact, only to be for the purpose of parenting the child.
Okay, I'll agree to that. But until we're able to formulate the plan, no contact.
Yes.
So
how about if we bring him back later this week, give him a chance to give me all that stuff, and I'll work with, probation to put that in place. Would that be okay? All right. Should we bring him
Mind
out?
grabbing him, please?
Thank you, Ms. Norman.
I will never play this game with you again. If you and I see each other again, I'm assuring you a very lengthy jail sentence. No means no. Doesn't mean maybe. Doesn't mean she's got my kids. There are proper ways to fight someone who doesn't want to give you access to a child. Calling 30 times, 50 times is not the way to do it. We are going to try to formulate a plan to help you, Mr. Robinson. Until we have done that, I don't want you to have any contact with her whatsoever. Do you understand? What we're going to do is we are going to postpone your case until Wednesday.
Thursday, Judge.
I'm gone Thursday. I'm not going to be here.
Friday?
I'm not here Friday. I'm gone. I'll be with a bunch of 12, 13-year-olds in San Antonio.
Will you come back next week, next Monday? I'm just trying to, because
I'm okay with that as long as he realizes that you cannot have contact with this person until Monday.
Next week?
I'm okay with that, but no contact means no contact, Mr. Robinson.
That's the 6th, May 6th. That's when
I will do whatever.
Monday's good. I'm off on Mondays.
Then Monday it is. But this is what we're going to do. I want you to come back Monday. I want you to bring me a copy of your custody and visitation order. I want to see what the judge set forth as you being able to have access to the child. We will set a plan in place because our probation officer has the ability to contact Michaela. We will try to set forth a plan so that you can have access to the child without you having to call as many times as you have been. All you're doing is you're alienating her even more, where she's going to restrict further access. You're going about things the wrong way. Do you think someone wants to have them contact 50 times? Right. Do you think that's going to have them resent you more? Yes. So we're going to try to create something for you. On Monday, when you come back, bring me a copy of the order. We'll see what the judge said as far as time is concerned. We will also reach out through the probation officer to her to make sure that she knows this is the proper time. He will only be able to call you at this time so that there are no issues. And if then she continues to restrict your access, somehow we will help you get to the family court so that you can have her held in contempt for willfully withholding and violating the court order she's got and you have. Do you understand? If at that point she still is giving you, if she's not giving you access, you go to the family court and they will hold her in contempt. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
No contact until we get something set up. Okay? All right. You can, please. You can let him go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Mr. Duong.
Yes.
So there's no, so I know it's filed. I'm just going to keep it there for the time being. In the event something happens, because I can still issue the warrant. Let's postpone this to Monday. Would you mind reaching out to the probation officer to let her know that we're going to powwow on Monday? Reach out to the young lady to let her know. And let her know, also know that if she starts playing games with us, it's really going to go bad her as well. Okay, ready? Mr. Pena, come on up. You're back into school. Good job. And I'm proud of you that you tested negative. That's great. Keep it up. That's all we're asking. Don't test negative again. Otherwise, it's really going to go sideways. Do we have an offer on this case? Do you have?
It's a UCW with POM, we don't have labs yet, so we're just waiting on that before they're gonna give an offer.
So you're not prepared to make an offer, I guess?
No, I made an offer. I think the lack of preparation is just for the sake of this bar card.
Yeah, I understand, but
But I made the offer.
got it. Okay. We'll give you normal reset behavior zone. You're doing great so far. Okay.
And as of right now, his bond conditions already come back every week to be drug tested. Now that he is in school,
Are you actually going physically to school? Are you doing online? How are you doing virtually? How are you doing school?
Davis High School.
Great. Are you going every day?
Yeah, I'm gonna start going every day.
next week, Judge.
Next week I start.
What day do you start?
Probably Monday, because on Wednesday I have an interview, so they could give me my schedule.
School is more important than work. You need to graduate.
School interview, Judge.
Oh, school interview. Okay,
School
good,
interview.
good. Okay, great. Finish high school. Otherwise, your life's gonna suck for the next 40 years. No more dope. So let's set it off a couple weeks, and then we'll come back in a couple weeks. I'm gonna drug test you again, so you know. You're negative now. Don't test positive. All right?
Do you know when school ends this semester?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, we're close to ending school anyways. I mean, I think we're in the last 6 weeks of school as it is, so.
I'll get with him on the schedule and we'll work.
Yeah.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay, thanks. It's an off-docket arraignment. What's the cost number?
250796. Anthony, hello?
257.
2507.
Anthony Ago? Mr. Ago, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
This is on.
Ago. Yeah, it's an unlawful carrying.
Yeah. Judge, this isn't screened yet, but I'll read it for the sworn statement. Officers Vela and Baumgartner, on April 28, 2024, at approximately 3:09 hours, the defendant was identified by his driver's license. Conducted a proactive patrol investigation in the district in a marked HPD vehicle, observed a black 2012 Ford Mustang bearing license plate KXM 1690, driving southbound at approximately the 3300 block of Ashlock Drive in Harris County, Texas. Officer ran the license plate through MDT and found the vehicle to have registration expired as of August 22. Officers initiated a traffic stop at approximately 3:09. Vehicle stopped. They exited the patrol vehicle, explained the reason for the stop to the driver. While asking for the driver's license, the officer observed a black Canic handgun in plain view, not in a holster, resting on the passenger seat floorboard, leaning against the center console within the wingspan of the defendant, who was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Defendant was asked to step out of the car, he complied, the defendant was outside. Officer's partner observed plastic packaging and small amount of green leafy residue consistent with marijuana. Defendant had a moderate odor of marijuana coming from his person. So officer asked the defendant if there were any drugs in the car, to which the defendant replied that he had smoked earlier. There was nothing in the car. Officer recovered the handgun from the floor of the vehicle and secured it in the patrol vehicle. The handgun was purchased legally and was registered to the owner. They have the defendant detained by placing him in the handcuffs in the back of the patrol vehicle. Searched the vehicle for other contraband and narcotics. Due to safety concerns. Okay, so officer submitted the marijuana residue contained in one plastic baggie for a total weight of 3.9 grams. The defendant was identified by his driver's license and dates of the charges.
Got it. Okay, so sir, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
No, not at the moment.
Then you're not allowed to drive. I'm gonna make that a part of your bond conditions. If you drove here, you may not drive home. You do not have liability insurance. Okay, well, I'm telling you that you can't drive, and I'm gonna have you sign with me today. I promise that you're not to drive until you come and get court approval and prove to us that you have liability insurance in your name. You're not to drive. Understand? If you do, you'll be facing a contempt hearing, 6 months of jail, and a $500 fine every time you drive. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. If you violate these conditions, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand, sir? We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will get you to Victoria where you're going to sign and reset, and then we'll get you out of here. And when you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. All right, come up here. We'll have you sign this. Then I'll get you to Victoria. And then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions, and then you'll be able to leave. Do you mind filing no weapons, please? Joseph.
Yes, Judge.
Hey, bud.
Hi, sir.
Torres Reyes.
Yes, sir.
You're still missing some stuff.
What are we missing? I thought last item we needed was the DA fee, which we got.
Let me take a look. This is on Perez.
Torres Reyes. Cesar Torres Reyes.
You need to add an address on the top of page 2 of the contract and a proof of the portable device. We don't have it filled out, proof of the portable device.
He thought he was going to have some time to get the device.
What was that, Council?
Can you hear me, Pablo?
Yeah.
He said he thought he was going to have some time to get portable.
Hey,
No, we need proof of the portable device before we can file the order.
Okay. There's a form in that contract for the device, I believe, correct?
Yeah, that form needs to be filled out as proof of the portable, and that way we can file the supervision order.
Do you have the portable device?
No.
Come up.
No.
You were supposed to have the portable device today. Your case is 220 days old. What is going on?
I didn't know I was supposed to have it already.
Hey,
I would have got that information if I got it in.
Judge, can I step in and kind of fall on the sword for him, because he's not blamed. We got the contract over the weekend. I'm just I wasn't able to get it printed out, so I told him that he could just, he needs to get that as soon as possible. He's not driving. He did a no driving affidavit, but he needs to get a license.
I will set you off for a week. You have 1 week to get the portable device.
Pablo, can you please tell me what else? It's hard to hear over the Zoom. Can you please tell me what else or email me what you're missing so we can get this thing finally resolved?
So I just need the proof of the portable device, and on the top of page 2 of the contract, I need an address.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, he can fill that in right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear that, Caesar?
Yes.
You left blank your full address, and then get the portable device and we'll be ready. Okay.
You will not get another, if you don't have it done in a week, you'll get set for trial. I'm not giving you any more resets after the week. So you must get with your lawyer today to figure out. I want you to call today to make the appointment.
Yes, I understand.
Please.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah. All right, we're done.
All right.
Good job, everybody.
Well, kids, you know, that's all she wrote for that docket. We crammed a lot into 2 hours. But look, that's not all she wrote for the weekend. There's a little bit more to go. If you want to watch a little bit more court tomorrow, about 12 hours, 13 hours, something like that. Come back at 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be doing Simpson Saturday tomorrow. I've got 2.5 hours worth of Simpson prepped. And it's all, in my opinion, fairly interesting stuff. One of them is fairly long in and of itself. It's a preliminary case where you actually get to see surveillance footage of the event take place. So, come back tomorrow morning, check out those Simpson cases that I have picked out for us, and we'll put this Thanksgiving weekend in the bucket, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, I am your lone wolf Usul. I am beat. And I thank you very much for hanging out with me. Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm gonna say good night. And I hope to see all of y'all tomorrow morning. I got nothing left in me, guys. I love you. I'll talk to y'all later. Night, Mom. Night, Dreams. Thanks for all your help. Peace out.